beautiful people, it's me again. I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about the G-force energy, okay? So if you're not familiar, you might have seen it. A lot of people say awake or use your energy. This is your energy, okay? So this is your energy force, okay? Now, this is also seen in the Freemasonic like books where they have like a door and it's got the letter G on it, okay? Now, the letter G is the 7th letter of the alphabet. And if anybody's really like studied some of like gnostics and stuff like that, there is 7 different, okay, or frequencies of the higher being, okay, or divine being. And so in the middle of that, you have green, the color green, because it goes off of like a rainbow spectrum. So you have this color green that emulates the chakra, the heart chakra. And this is like your care, compassion, and everything like that, like what you really put all your energy and thought pattern into. So I was watching this YouTube video. I really have to remember this guy. He's not a Freemason, but he was just giving some information more on like the G force. And he was talking about how, if you notice, everything that we really care about starts with like the letter G, or like gift, generosity, you know what I'm saying? And then you've got gnostics, which is about self-awareness, knowing of thyself, okay? My hair is crazy, y'all know. And it's like, when you think about it, that G-force energy is what really supplies like what you do in your everyday life and how your life really is flowing. So for instance, if I decide that I want to put energy or care into making money to pay my bills, because that's something that I need. So that becomes something that you constantly think about over and over again, and that's what you will attract. Now, if you have something that's splitting that energy, let's just say you have an addiction or something else that strays the same supply of your money, which is also your care supply for your bills, you eventually, whatever you care more about, that is what you're going to end up getting in return. And so you have to really train your emotions. That's what I'm getting to. This is where I'm all getting to. This is where you have to train your emotions, and it's harder than it sounds, especially for people that have experienced trauma. Because, and it's not even just trauma, like I'm not even gonna, because some people, they don't want to label it as trauma, okay? It's their villain era, it was their past time, and that's fine. It doesn't have to be trauma. But when it was a lot of chaotic things happening at once, your brain and your memory and the different parts of your body, your nervous system, had to regulate for that. And when it had to regulate for that, it makes it hard for you then to be on like a straight grid of how to correct things, okay? Because some people, they can control their emotions better because they turn them right off. But then you never turn them all the way off, because then it's avoidance, and that avoidance builds up in another energy force somewhere else. So you have to have healthy patterns of balancing your healing process, so you're not just having like this huge healing moment like in your late 60s, you know. It's like you want to be able to dissect the things that are happening in your life right now, pretty much. And that right there is going to help you feel better about what energy where you need to really place your energy, right? So now let's get to emotions. So your emotions, they guide your actions. And I know you've probably heard that. Your emotions guide your actions. And when you're moving in an emotional state, especially for women, but men do it too, because they might do it in a different way. It can be avoidance and build up and stonewalling and you know, and then you might have men that are sensitive. So I don't want to just say, you know, gender, because it just depends on the person. But overall, your emotions govern the actions that you take, whether you're going to send that text message, whether you're going to go to that place, whether you're going to continue being in this person's life, whether you're going to work at that job, whatever it is, it governs your decisions. And so what we have to realize is that society, the universe, is testing us through our emotional maturity. And if we don't wake up to the fact that the enemy is also testing us to see if we're going to go switch sides with them. And so how that works is we've got social media, we've got even just the person at the gas station, whatever it may be, or your job. Now the universe, or the enemy in the universe, because remember it's a duality, is now using all of that energy, that care energy, that emotional care energy, to distract you. And it's happened to me. I'm gonna give you an example how it's happened to me, and this is why I'm getting more focused. It happened to me for, I want to say, almost like 10, 11 years of being in education. I was really amped about working at just at-risk schools, helping save communities. I was going to the community meetings. Like, nobody's paying me to do this. I'm going out getting my own money and doing implementation in different schools. I'm doing them at the rec centers, in the JC. I'm going over to other different states. Like, yeah, and it wore me out, because what I overall realized, not only was I doing that, I was still teaching. So I would even leave my teaching job and go do something after school at other places, and then host events and get donations. And what I learned in all that was that the main source of the problem is within. And it's not all, you know, we can't say like the youth, they need to be guided, okay, that's for sure. But us as individuals, the parent, the person that is in charge. And I know some people that's simple, but you got some people that have been through situations, or you got a lot of parents out here that are not having the highest, like they might even been on IEPs and different things and had disabilities, and now they have kids, and those kids aren't being raised right. But it's so many kids and not so many of them situations. So you know, it's not just that, it's really that we have gotten detached from the home, and it's because of society. They want to take us away from our kids by making us distracted with getting money and getting the best job and working longer hours and doing more things for other people instead of our own kids and our own families. And that's how they separate us. And we have to just come back in the home. I'm gonna get more on this topic, but I'm gonna take a break for now. But I hope you guys like this, okay? And come back.